tunazunguka na laini yako
Mr. Minor, you can continue. Bwana Minor.
Hello. Can you hear me, admin?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. Good morning, class, and welcome to our revision lesson today. Sorry for the few minutes that we've lost. I don't know whether Mr. Washira, you have that paper that we can share on the screen. I want us to revise Sekena paper 2. I want us to revise our Sekena paper 2. If the admin, you have it. Mr. Washira, do you have it? Washira? All
Not
right.
at the moment. I have. Yeah.
Okay. Let me share from my end. Just a moment. I had it somewhere. It's coming through. I had indicated to the students the paper that we shall be looking at. Can it be seen on the screen? Hello, can it be seen on the screen?
No, you've not started sharing.
Okay, I want to share. I share through the Word document. I thought I would share it on. Can I share it on WhatsApp? You put it for me there.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. You have it on your end? All right, class, I want us to revise this paper that is being shared onto our wall. I thought that Mr. Wamalwa had shared it to you. I have selected that paper because to me, it has very good questions that I want us to discuss. I wish that we start looking at section 1. And under section 1, we have very nice questions, starting from the question on AP and GP. The approach that I have is that I would let you the approach that I have is that I would let you first of all attempt, and then we discuss questions blow by blow as we move on in the first section. And if time allows, we also do section 2. Or because we are not doing all the questions, we are doing the challenging ones. Those that you can do, I'll let you do. Those that need my attention, I'll do the same. I'll discuss them. So I want us to get into that paper, discuss it, and then we can proceed. I request as students remain respectful, even in the chats. I do not expect some disrespectful language. For the purposes of introduction, my name is Irungu Maina. And I want to assume that I can be identified from the screen. Now there we are. We have the screen shared. The first question there. The third term of our GP is 2, and the fifth term is 18. We're supposed to find the possible values of the common ratio and the second term in each case. I want to give you some few moments, like 3 minutes. You give it a shot, and then we go through it together. You can have like 3 minutes to look at that problem. Give me the possible answers. Somebody who has the answers can share with us on the chat, in the chat box. Great. Most of us have the correct ratio. R is either 3 or -3. And I think that's not a big challenge. That means that guys are fine with that. They have told us to find the possible values of the common ratio and the second term in each case. So when R is 3, what is the first term A? When R is -3, what is the first term A? I'm getting it from several of you that the second term is 2/3. And when the common ratio is -3, the second term is -2/3. And I think that's great from where I am. Let's look at number 2 very fast. Number 2 is a simple one. It's a problem on compound interests. but we need to look at it critically to know whether it's taking the shape of AP or it's still on compound interest entirely. Take those that used AP, we are sorry, this is a GP. I'm getting your responses. The question was very clear that it is a geometrical progression. Sorry about that misconception. So let's do number 2, a plot of land which is valued at 1.5 m at the start of 08. The plot appreciates by 18% during that year of 2008. Then in the subsequent years, the appreciation rate was 12%. We find the value. So we first of all need to get the value of the plot at the end of 2008. At the beginning of 2008, we need to get the answer. Great. We have 1.77 million, 1,777,000. That is great. Then in the subsequent years, that's the first mark. That's 1.77 million. Then they're asking us the plot was the plot's value at the end of 2012. So from 09, 2010, 11, 12, at the end, those are 4 years. The 4 years, we use again a a compound interest to get what value it shall be. I'm getting divergent values. I don't know why. Yes, the correct value for that is 2,785,129. There is 0.27. If you want to put decimal, you can put 0.3. In that case, somebody is talking about the working. We have the formula for compound interest, which is amount equals principal into 1 plus r over 100 power n. We have agreed that our n is 4. The amount that we've put in is 1.77 million. So what amount shall we get? Because that's our principal. We shall get 1 plus, the new rate is 12 over 100, or that raised to power 4. If you do that, you are getting if you do that correctly, you'll get 2,785,129. That's the working for the same. Isa, I can notice that you wanted to hear that. Let's go to number 3 on that question. Bashira, pull up to number 3. And I hope you guys have this paper so that it's not only me. I had told Mr. Wamalwa to share with you before the meeting today. Yes, we are now at number 3. We have a very nice simple question on probability there. Someone is still at number 1 on the explanation. Hey, the first one was a GP, and we had, as the other guys do the number 3, I want to explain number 1 a bit. And I'm saying the third term of a GP was 2, and the fifth term was, somebody has sent the working on the chat group, which is great. I think we can Washira, would you slightly take me back to number 1? There are people who have a slight problem there, as the other guys attempt number 3. I'm talking about this question on AP and on GP. Says the third term of a GP is 2. So how do we get third term? Third term is given by AR squared equals 2. And the fifth term is 18. How do we get fifth term? AR power 4 equals 18. Now, how do we work that out? Members, listen, I think this is where the problem lies. We have two equations. We have 2 equations. We want to solve them simultaneously. How do you solve such problems simultaneously, where they don't have plus or minus? We are going to use divide. So we are dividing the fifth term divided by the third term. I can say that again. Divide fifth term by third term. That simply means AR power 4 over AR squared equals 18 over 2. You divide by A both sides. Then we already know that in indices, you divide numbers, you subtract powers. So you're going to have R power 4 divided by R power 2, you're getting R squared. And this other one, 18 divided by 2, you're getting a 9. In that case, you are going to get, you get square root, both sides, R is plus or minus 3. That is the working. That's the working, and now we can now go back to question number 3. I hope I've explained that nicely. Number 1. I had seen a few of us talk about that. Let's go to number 3 on where we have that question on probability. Washira, take me to number 3, probability on the screen. Great. Some people are asking about the diagram, but I've seen most of you have done this. A bag contains 3 yellow, 4 black, and 5 green. 2 beads are drawn at random from this bag, one after the other without replacement. So in the beginning, we are starting with yellow, black, green, 3, 4, 5. That's a total of 12. So 3 over 12, 4 over 12, 5 over 12. The second peak, if the first peak was yellow, in the second peak, yellow are fewer. I say that again, because it is without replacement. If the first peak was yellow, remember we had 3 yellows, so they reduce by 1, you are left with the 2 yellows. The rest remain as they were, 4 and 5. but the overall number reduces by 1, so it is over 11, over 11, over 11. The same case when in the second peak, if they pick black, the blacks will reduce to 3, yellow will remain 3, green will remain 5. And finally, if the first peak was green, yellow will remain 3, black will remain 4, green reduced by 1 to become 4. But the overall number is now 11. Now the question is, find the probability that at least one is yellow. At least means the worst case scenario. So there must be a yellow. That's the condition. There must be at least a yellow. So in the first, where I have the first peak, I have 2 yellows. That is included because there is a yellow there. Yellow black is included, yellow green is included, then black yellow is included, and green yellow is included. So we are talking about 5 branches. We have yellow yellow, yellow black, yellow green, black yellow, and green yellow. With that, now we can work them out and get the value. And somebody is telling me to illustrate via writing. They cannot understand. I want to take hmm. I'm looking at where I can do the notice board. I mean the illustration. Can I take a photo and then I forward for display? All right. The diagram for that effect is coming on. Our admin is posting it right away on the screen. I forwarded it to him. Let's go to number 4 in the interest of moving forward. Those that have a small challenge in number 3, the illustration is coming forth right away. Now, look at number 4. It's again a very examinable area on equation of a straight line. Equation of, not a straight line, I mean equation of a circle, sorry. Equation of a circle. Equation of a circle, the equation there given is x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 6y plus 5 equals 0. We are told to find, it is a tangent at 3, 4. That's where it meets x-axis at P. They want us to find the coordinate Let's do that equation now. The tangent, we want to attempt that. I'm giving you just a short moment. You attempt. Sijaitana. Kidogo tu ndaitana. Those that are asking the quiz, the answer to the confirmation of answer to number 3, it's 5/11 or 0.4545. People are telling me to do the working on the whiteboard. Just a moment. So number 3, we've agreed on the same. Number 4, where we have, please share the screen again, Washira. Share the screen again on that question on equation of a circle. Ashira? Ashira? Yes, that number 4. We first of all need to get the center of this point so that we can find the coordinate of P. Those of us who have attempted, they can give us the center and the radius. On the screen, I have the photo for the probability question. I've given the photo there. Now we can go back to that question on vision of a circle. I want to share it now here. Just be patient with us. Don't know whether you can see the document, guys. Um, the center is 1, 3, and the radius is it root 15? Somebody should confirm. The radius is root 15, but that's not what they want. In the same paper, I'm slow on network, just a bit, bear with us. Just bear with us a bit. I'm slow, but I'm sure. Aha. I hope we agree on equation of a circle. What answer it is? They're telling us the tangent to the circle, x squared plus y squared minus 2x minus 6y plus 5 is 0 at this point. Meet the x-axis at P. We find the coordinate of P. We already know the center. We can get the gradient. It meets the x-axis at P. The value of x at that point is 3. When at 3, 4, the value of x is 3. So they want us to find the value of P, the coordinate of P. I don't know whether somebody has a good answer or have gotten the answer to that. My side network is a bit slow. I want us to agree, first of all, that number 5 The gradient of that tangent is -2. And the equation of the tangent is now y equals -2x plus 10. And therefore the x-axis, the x-intercept, in that case is 5, 0. Because when x is, when we replace the value for x, effectively, we are getting point P as 5, 0. Now allow me to allow us to get to number, let's proceed on to number 5. Number 5, I do not want to discuss. Washira, push forward to position 5, to number 5. Number 5, yeah. I think it's a good question, but let's take some time there, a short moment there, and check what to do. In a school trip, there were 6 X buses and Y luxury vans. Each bus was hired at 1,000 and could carry 60 students. Each van was hired at 2,000 shillings and could carry 30 students. Express the following statements in inequalities in X and Y. This is a linear programming question. They want us to form. They want us to form the inequalities. The conditions given are there must be vans. So, because they have given us the values, we express in terms of X and Y, and the buses are X, and the vans are Y. So the first thing that we are agreeing is that X is greater than 0. There must be vans. Y is greater than 0. Vans are Y. Y is greater than 0. The second one, there should be at least 3 buses, meaning X is greater than or equal to 3. There should be at least, in the worst case scenario, 3 buses. So it is X is greater than or equal to 3. Roman 3, the school should not spend more than 18,000 on the trip. The total amount to be used is 18,000 and below. How do we form that? We are saying that the number of trips for the bus, it uses 1,000 shillings, so 1,000 X plus 2,000 Y should be less than or equal to 18,000, because they are saying the school should not spend more than 18,000 on the trip. Then Roman 4, not more than 420 students are to go on trip. Now, on the number of students, the maximum number of students are 420, meaning the capacity of the bus is 60. So 60X plus the capacity of the van is 30. 30Y is less than or equal to 420. So those are the 4 inequalities, class. The first one, I repeat, Y is greater than 0. Second one, X is greater than or equal to 3. Third one, 1,000X plus 2,000Y is less than or equal to 18,000. We can simplify that. We divide by 1,000 all through. So we shall have X plus 2Y is less than or equal to 18. The fourth one, 60x plus 30y equals 420. We can divide by 10 first of all. We get 6x plus 3y is less than or equal to 42. 42 is divisible by 3. It's divisible by 6. So we can divide by 3 all through. We have 2x plus y is less than or equal to 42 divided by 3 is 14. So 2x plus y is less than or equal to 14. Great. I want to believe that is direct, no challenge in that. Let's consider number 6. Number 6, the position of an airport P and Q are 60 degrees north, 45 degrees west, that is P, and Q, 60 degrees north, K degrees east. Simply tells me they are on the same latitude of 60 degrees north, but on different longitude. One is on west, the other one is on east. It takes a plane 5 hours to travel due east from P to Q at an average speed of 600 knots. Class, remember, knots are meant to be speed in nautical miles per hour. So 600 knots simply means 60 nautical miles per hour. Now, if we have this speed and we have time, we can get the distance. And the distance here is speed times time, which is 600 times 5. Simply that is 3,000 knots. If that is 300 knots, now we want to know, not 300, 3,000 knots, not knots, nautical miles, 3,000 nautical miles. If that is 3,000 nautical miles, we want to calculate distance along a small circle. Distance along a small circle from west to east, from 45 degrees west to E degrees east, and I mean K degrees east. How do we get distance? It is theta times 60 cos alpha, where theta is the angle difference, alpha is the how north or how south. That now should give us 3,000 nautical miles. So I am writing theta times 60 cos alpha equals 3,000 nautical miles. I already know alpha because I know how north this line is. It is 60 degrees north. So I'll have theta times 60 cos 60. That gives me 60 cos 60 gives me that. So that theta equals 3,000 nautical miles. I divide by that both sides to get degrees. I'm getting 3,000 divided by that. That's 100 degrees. Now, from 45 degrees west to 0 degrees, I have covered 45 already. I am left with the 55, and therefore I can say with confidence that location K is 55 degrees east. K is 55 degrees east. Great. Let's proceed to 7. Let us proceed to number 7. Ashira, number 7. Yeah, number 7 is a question on SADS. I did not want to look at it with you. I want you to take your time and look at it. It's on simple SADS. I want us to look at number 8 together. Number 8, let's talk about number 8. T is a transformation. Number 7, I've left it because it's simple, but in case people have a problem, they can always reach us out on the same. Number 8, a transformation T in a transformation A represented by a matrix that under T, where a square of area 10 centimeter square is mapped onto a square of area 110. Find the value of X. Now, if this matrix given T, which is 5X, 2, negative 3X is our matrix of transformation, and the square to be transformed has area of 10 centimeter square. This small square is mapped onto a big square, which is 110 centimeter square. It simply means that we can get the area scale factor from 10 centimeter squared to 110 centimeter square. What is the area scale factor? You know what we do. We compare the two areas. 10 is to 110. You simplify, you get 1 is to 11. And our area scale factor is 11. Our area scale factor is 11. Now, what do we know about matrix and area scale factor? What do we know about matrix and area scale factor? We know that the determinant of a matrix is the same as area scale factor. We know that the determinant of a matrix is the same as area scale factor. So we are going to do determinant of this matrix, which is 5x times x minus negative 3 times 2 should be equal to 11. So 5x squared plus 6 equals 11. 5x squared plus 6 equals 11. And then we can take 6 to the other side. We are left with 5x squared equals 5 because it is subtracted. And simply we divide by 5 all through. X squared is 1, and therefore x is 1. X is 1. So the value of x in this matrix is 1. The value of x in this matrix is 1. Number 9, pull up to number 9. We are supposed to draw a line MN, which is 7 centimeters. We show the locus of point P, which is such that angle MPN is 90 degrees. Members, this is a very simple loci question. That's why it has been given some 2 marks there. Because what we need to do, once we draw line MN, we need to get the center of MN. We need to get the center of MN. It happens to be at 3.5. Now, at the center, you use your compass. With radius 3.5, you do a circle. Along that circle, it means every point on the arc is point P. Any point on the arc is point P, such that angle MPN is always 90. Why? Because angle subtended by a diameter to the circumference, angle subtended by a diameter to the circumference is always 90 degrees. angle subtended by a diameter to the circumference is always 90 degrees. Now we can proceed on to number 10. Push up to 10. Bashira. Let's proceed to number 10. Bashira. Great. On number, there was part B on that locus. On the locus of P, in the diagram A above, locate the locus of T, which is such that it is equidistant from M and N. You locate the locus of T, which is such that it is equidistant from M and N. Therefore, it means that T is at the center of line MN. And what we do, we just bisect line MN and we draw a perpendicular bisector. So T is a perpendicular bisector of line MN, which is 7 centimeters. Number 10, point T divides the line MN externally in the ratio 5:2. Taking the position vectors of M and N to be that, find the coordinate of T. This is a common question, but tricky. This is a common question, but tricky to most of us. Tricky, why? Because it is dealing with position vector and it has the concept of external division. So simply, for me to explain, if T divides MN, it means, you better get this right, it means MT is 5, TN is -2. Can say that again, MT 5 steps, then you go back 2 steps to where the N is. Let me try to illustrate that. That's the diagram I'm talking about. From, if you can look at it, from M to T, 5 steps, then T to N, you're going back 2 steps. That is now the meaning of external division. Now, They want us to, let's see what they want now. They want us to sorry. Uh-huh. Ashira, take me back to the paper. Give me back the paper. Ashira. Thank you. They want us to find the coordinates of t. And from that diagram that I've shown, we have m as 8, negative 12, 8, negative 12, 15. And n was given as 5, negative 6, 0. Now, how do we get the coordinates of t? We are going to get OT. And OT is given by OM plus MT. OT is OM plus MT. Or rather, so we have MN. We can get MN first. MN is given by ON minus OM, which is 5, negative 6, 0, minus 8, negative 12, 15. I can say that again. MN is given by ON minus OM. That's 5, negative 6, 0. You less 8, negative 12, 15. Once you work that out, you're getting negative 3, 6, negative 15. That is our MN. Now, what is MT? MT is 5 over 3 of MN. What do I mean? The original line is 3 units. The original line is 3 units. The external division brings an extra 2 to make it 5. So that's why I'm talking about 5 over the original, which is 3 of MN. So I already have MN. My MN is negative 3, 6, negative 5. So I can get 5 over 3 of that. That gives me negative 5 to 10, negative 25 over 3. So that is my MT. So what is OT? OT is OM plus MT. So that will be 8, negative 12, 15, plus negative 5, 10, negative 25 over 3. If you work that out, you'll get that answer correctly. The other alternative would be to use ratio theorem. The other way out was to use the ratio theorem, but ratio theorem would need that we illustrate more, which I'm not able to do on this platform. So I would wish that we take that illustration as given. Number 11 is a binomial expansion. I do not think I want to do that. Binomial expansion has no complications, so it can easily be done. Expand, but in case you have a problem, feel free to reach to us for further discussions. Let's look at number 8. It's about taps. Number 12, two taps A and B, when open together at the same time. Washira, you could push me up. 2 taps A and B, when open at the same time, can fill a tank in 3 hours and 36 minutes when they are working together. Tap A working alone takes 3 hours longer than tap B to fill the tank. Shira, you can push me up as I discuss this. Now, how many hours does it take tap A to fill the tank? How many hours does it take tap A to fill the tank? How many hours? Simply, these questions I've always told my students to take the approach of work done per unit time. Work done per unit time. So if A and B are doing 3 hours, 36 minutes, if we convert that to minutes, that's 3 times 60 plus 36, that's 216 minutes. I would say in 1 minute, A plus B did the work 1 over 216 in 1 minute. So that in 216, they finished this work. Now, I'm told that tap A, working alone, takes 3 hours longer than tap B. Meaning, tap B is faster, meaning 1 over tap B minus 1 over tap A should give me 1 over 3 hours is 180 minutes. Can say that again. 1 over B, which is faster, minus 1 over A, which is slower, should give us 1 over 180. Because the difference in their time is 180 minutes. That is 3 hours. So I would solve these 2 problems. The first one is 1 over A plus 1 over B equals 216. The second equation, 1 over B minus 1 over A equals 180. I solve these 2 equations simultaneously, and I'll definitely get the values of A and B. If anyone has a problem with solving simultaneous equation involving fractions, the easier way out would be to get LCM, you make them linear. Make your equations linear, and that way you will end up solving that simultaneous equation easily without much of trouble. So if that is worked out, we can compare notes or we can compare answers once you solve it out. But the whole concept around here is dealing with work done per unit time. Work done per unit time. Number 13 says ABC is a triangle in which BC is 17, C is 9, and AB is 10. Without using table or calculator, we calculate the fraction. We calculate as fraction in the simplest form, cos A. Now, that simply tells us we first of all use cosine rule. Number 13A, we are using cosine rule. Cosine rule, we already know that this is a triangle. So it will be A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. Then we get the value of A. Once we get the angle, we can express it as a fraction. We can express it as fraction in simplest form. What is that? Cos A. Because it's an angle. It will be something like, I think I can do that. Just in an illustration, I'm told that in this triangle, ABC, AB is 10, BC is 17, and AC is 9. They want cos A. So I'll say 17 squared equals 10 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 9 times 10 cos A. Working that out, I'm getting 181 minus 9 times 10, 90 cos A cos 17 squared is 289. So I'll collect like terms. 90 cos A was 181 minus 289. I know now. 189 minus answer is negative 100. 90 cos A divided by 90 cos A is negative. Is it really? 10 squared, 100, 181. Uh, 100 divided by 90 is 1.111. So A shift cos negative 1.111 gives us, if you approach it that way, it is getting us to math error, meaning that angle is greater than 90. Yeah, from negative it is greater than 90. Using unit circle, cast. So 289 minus 100. 89. No. Ma. 181 minus 289. 108. Divided by 90. Negative 1.2. Negative 1.2. So implication. This is ambiguous triangle. It's an ambiguous triangle. Meaning it has ambiguity, meaning one of the side is not correctly put because it's running more than one. In that case, we cannot get the cos inverse. Please put a star on number 13. It needs a clear look. We can look at it later to see what is happening with that angle because it's greater than 90. So we have two more questions to deal with in section 1. I would wish that you continue looking at them because our time is pretty up. But I'm sure we have reminded ourselves of several concepts that possibly we had forgotten. I want to apologize for the hitches that we had in the network and the sharing of the screen. But I would also urge us to make relevant and constructive criticism so that the lesson can be all involving and engaging rather than just make very outrageous comments that led to muting the comments, which were helping us to get the answers and the class involvement. So till next time, look at section 2 of the paper, then we shall discuss it. And I'm sure the next lesson will be bigger and better. It's bye for now. I'll see you next lesson.